Welcome in, everyone. Congrats to Alex on first, and Devin on second, and then Kitten and Adam on the I'm Here's. Third is still available if anybody wants it. We are going to finish this today. It wasn't necessarily a very big set, but I broke it up into two anyway because I felt like it. But we're going to do this today and then play Supermarket Together, which is a free multiplayer game. So if you want to play that with me when we're done with this, you can download it. It's free on Steam. But they added a new update where with manufacturing, which is in like a second room that we've been like looking at a bunch and waiting to see what they were going to put in there. So they've released that update. So we should check it out. Welcome intro. Ooh, this one has two baby dads. So this set is kind of cool. I didn't realize that the set was like this when I bought it, but these pieces just slide out so that you can put them in, wherever. And the plants are going to do the same thing. They're just going to drop into those spaces, and then you can pull them out and rearrange them however you want. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be very customizable to how you want your garden to look, which I think is pretty cool. And I am using the digital directions just so that it doesn't take up, like, half my desk with directions. And I've been working more on the cross stitch, if you guys want to see that. I got pretty much one dragon done, and the border that goes around, it goes up and around. You can't really see it because it's like rolled onto the board. But I just started the other dragon today. So their tails come around and like intertwine. Woohoo, Adam! I will definitely try to pop in and hang out for some fun. Yeah, so there's a little bit more that'll go down here, like, it'll come around to like here roughly. And then of course the opposing side, which is gonna be how this is like a darker blues and like an ice blue. This is more, I don't know how to describe it, bluish green. It has like just a hint towards green. And then it's going to be different blue, like this area where it's shaded darker is going to be kind of shaded like that, but with like this kind of bluish green color. And you can kind of see how at the bottom, this is actually the other dragon's tail, this little bit, where it like curls up into this. So this is going to do the same thing, curl into this. But I like it. It's looking really good. Welcome in. I already thanked you, but thank you for the I'm Here, Devin, and Snicky Snacky Time. So last time I went grocery shopping at the commissary, they had this little pack of different kind of Kit Kats. So we're going to try them. I might not actually like all of them. The milk tea one wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't horrible. Like, It probably doesn't help that I'm super picky, but there's supposed to be a matcha flavor, a strawberry flavor, Itoin matcha, then an orange chocolate, and a milk tea. So we tried the milk tea. Darkest Days. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I'm not positive that I actually know it. It might be something that's not even a game that's making me think the title sounds familiar. Like part of a book title, or who the hell knows at this point. But this one's matcha. So we'll try this. As I like smeared it on my face. That might be what I was thinking. That game. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So I like the matcha one. The milk tea had a little bit of an aftertaste, but it was also the day after my shot when I'm sometimes a little nauseous, so it could have been a little bit of that. So we'll just wait and see. Oh, okay. I'm not much into like I suck at the fighting games. I played the Harry Potter game in here, and anytime we had a fight, it was just me smashing buttons and screaming, going, ah, no, no, die. So, it's very fun to watch me, do that. I'm not very good at it, though. It's just a lot of slamming buttons and hoping I've pressed the right one. I am not good at the fight games. Yeah, I don't play Halo or Call of Duty or any of that. I play WoW though, but in fairness, when I play WoW, I play with my character way back here and I send in I'm usually a uh like necromancer guy. So I just send my little gremlin things that I can, call up ahead, or I play a hunter and I send my animal in to fight and I just stand back shooting arrows or spells. I don't actually run into the fray. That's okay. If that makes you feel old, then I feel really old because I have a human being that's almost. I birthed a human being who will be 24 this year. So. That makes me feel old. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I feel so old. Welcome in, Dusa, and congrats on third. I was lurking in your stream earlier, but I was working on my cross stitch and doing some stuff. I had to schedule Fantasy's hearing test because she failed the one. So she has always had a problem with like excessive earwax. So last year when we went to the doctor, they gave us some eardrops and she said it did work. Like she did them like twice a day for 5 days once a month, right? And she could tell like a lot was coming out during those initial like first day or two of the shots. Older. We're all old. We're all old. But she still complained, or I shouldn't say complained, but she still mentioned at her doctor's appointment a couple weeks ago that while she did sense an improvement in her hearing when she used the drops, it still was not great. Like she still had trouble hearing. And so they gave her a hearing test there at the pediatrician and she failed it. They're like, yeah, you're getting a referral go to a hearing specialist, an audiologist. So the referral finally came in. So I had to call and make her appointment for that, which they were able to get her in fairly quickly. So that was nice. It's like 2 weeks away, but still, for some specialists, that's quick. Welcome in, Kevin. I'm gonna be playing Supermarket Together later after we finish the build. If you can play, I should say. If you are not at work or busy or whatever, the option will be there. Is my point. Okay, where are you, Peace? Oh. Hidden underneath, because they added. Remember that second room we kept seeing the like camel in? Because like the first room turned out to be like where you could do like the shop to go orders. And then we kept seeing that second room with the camel in it. Now they've opened that, and that's manufacturing. So you can buy manufacturing machines for your supermarket and sell product. So I'm interested to see how that really like plays out and how it works. Ignore my shaky hand today. I don't know if my iron's low or something, but my hand is shaky. And I ate, so it's not like low blood sugar. Yes. I thought that would be right up your alley. That you might enjoy also playing that. Checking out. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it really like fits in and how it all works together. I put those on there, but I'm a dumb butt because I have to put these on first. Because they all connect. I can't do it afterwards. Yeah. I'm interested. Ooh, sorry, excuse me. To see how it all like fly, like plies into the game, how it all shapes up. Okay, apparently I can't do this because I just keep having to take the pieces off. It apparently does matter in what order I do this step, unlike normal. Yeah, I saw it yesterday or maybe Monday because I think I talked about it with Alex on Tuesday. So it was probably Monday I saw it, but they said they added that and I was like, "Ooh. I wonder how that like all comes together." But I had already said we were going to play Cult of Lamb on Tuesdays because they were supposed to have some drops, but then I don't know, it was weird. But then I said we would play that today so we can check out how that all like shapes up and works together. Especially at this point because I have enough people like hired to work my store that it pretty much runs itself and I can do whatever I want. So I'll really get to like check out like that new aspect to the game. Smushy. Ooh, don't smush my nail. So my giant box of fluff finally came in. So I can finish up the week before last jellyfish. It's all done. It just needs to be stuffed and sewn together. And then I can work on this week's. Thank you for the I'm here, Kevin. And then I can work on this week's, But I keep a little spreadsheet, so I don't have to be like super on task. Like if I want to wait and do a bunch of them at once, then I can wait because I keep it all like in a spreadsheet. So. But I didn't want to have like two basically completed and then no stuffing for them. So I just kept holding off on like yesterday was the last day of the previous weeks. So, but it came yesterday. So I can work on that now. Ooh, we're making little steppy things. It started to warm up the past 2 days, and then today it's supposed to be cooler again, so. Not like drastically cooler, but a little cooler. It was up over 50, and now today it's not even supposed to be 50, so. So we have a fire again today just to kind of help with the heating bill, you know, because it's expensive. Yes. Yes, I will pop in and I will look at all your mods. Like I said, I've never played that game with any mods before. It's always just however the game is played or how it comes standard, I should say. I'm not against mods for it. I just have never done it. But in fairness, I barely know how to play the game to begin with. I'm still learning how to do the basic things, let alone throwing on, like, you know, special things in there. Okay, get in the little hole, you silly little plant. Yeah, he was talking about all the different mods and how they add like a different dynamic to the gameplay. There we go. It did not want to get in that tiny little hole. Okay. Looks like right there. Yeah, well, I mean, technically, I'm almost done. I think this Sunday will be our last one where we play it like meticulously in a row because I think we're gonna finish it. Um, but more along the lines of, and it's not like a dig at anybody. I don't want Kevin or my husband crazy to think I'm like, oh, they just take over for me. No, I don't mind. I like that we play together and everybody just does whatever they like, the parts they like the most. But I don't do a lot of the stuff and like just gets shipped to me. So like I've never like built a train myself or done like the uh what's the word I'm looking for? Like the nuclear power myself or like yeah, like I like that we work and we all play together. But some of the stuff I haven't done myself, so like I'm still learning how to do those things or I still need to learn how to do those things. Um cuz this playthrough I made my first like truck path where you like automate the truck drives back and forth itself. And then I was playing with my son and I learned to do a coal plant or built like my first coal plant myself. Welcome in, Laura. I hope you're doing well. Oop. Oh, no, not two of those. One long, one short. Yes, I appreciate it. Same as always. And I understand because I stream in the middle of the day that a lot of people are at work. So, I super appreciate when people lurk because they don't have to lurk in here. They could just not come in at all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Carrot was talking about it in his stream yesterday, I think. Um so there's this kind of like a Big Lots, but it's called Ollie's, but it's the same kind of concept. They sell like stuff from stores that have gone out of business or like out of season, things like that. But apparently they have stuff from Joann's, like yarn and fabric. And there's one not too terribly far from me, and now I really want to go. And I was like, okay, now I need to go to Ollie's and check for stuff. See if the one closest to me has any goodies I might like. Okay, nope, you're not the right one. Just one of you. And 6 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10. Ooh, kind of Mediterranean terracotta-y roofing happening next. Dusa, if there's another day you want to hang out in Discord to craft chat, whatever, let me know. I am I am game. In fact, I sit here most days and craft, so if there's another day you want to do it, let me know. Uh, probably next Thursday we'll play Disney Dreamlight Valley because the Star Path comes out on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the new Star Path comes out with new characters, and they're going to be Lady and the Tramp themed this time. So I'm excited. I love Lady and the Tramp. I love the poopers. We're going to do a second row of this kind of like bumpy terracotta tiling. I'm not going to count. I'm just going to kind of pick them all up if they're shaped and colored the right ones. And then if I have too many, I'll just push them back. Okay. This on the end. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I sit here at my desk and I either watch TV show or listen to a TV show or music or one of the like 2 podcasts I listen to, and I craft. I crochet or I cross stitch or I play video games. My life is terribly boring. So if anybody ever wants to hang out in Discord and craft chat, I am here for it. Ooh, that's fun. My kids didn't have like a, well, they had like a swing set, but we got it from somebody else, but it was like, you know, the typical metal kind. But they did have a like a playhouse, like a wooden, it was like a cedar playhouse, and it had like the door here, you know, and then on the side it had almost like a drive up window. is what I called it, and had a little picnic table attached, like a little bench with a tiny table, and they could sit at it, and then they could pretend to cook and then hand it out the window. We got it at Sam's Club when they were really little, and it was still good when we left Nebraska, so we like sold it to somebody for like $50 or something like that. But they loved it. They would go out there and like hide in their little. Where's the brick I'm looking for? Oh, it's because it's a flat one, not a erased one like my brain was trying to find. Yeah, we definitely didn't saw anything. We just bought it at Sam's Club. But I'm sure they will love it. Or he will love it. They will love it. Children love things they can climb on. And boxes. The boxes things come in. You spend an arm and a leg on toys and they're like, thanks, I'll just take the box. I was like, oh, I skipped way ahead on the directions, visually anyway, not in actual steps I did. Okay, and that looks like an 8, a 4, and then now 8, 4, L. Carpenter by trade. That's cool. I tease my husband all the time because our house is old. And we bought it knowing there would be things we would want to like fix up and things like that. But I always joke that he's gonna come home one day and there's just gonna be a hole where a wall used to be. Because I know for a fact that underneath the like it's this weird wallpaper paint. It looks like paint, but it's kind of like wallpaper. I don't know. They tried to explain it to me. I don't understand. But there's wood paneling. Like, you know, like the 70s and 80s wood paneling, except they didn't really scuff it up or anything and they just put that like wallpaper paint over it. So where like and then at like the seams, they put like drywall tape, except it's not drywall, so it doesn't really stick to it. So it's starting, it like peels the edges, and I just want to see what's behind it. So I tease him all the time that he's gonna come home one day and there's just gonna be a hole. Oh yeah, like the wall will technically still be there, but I will have taken all the paneling off just to see what's underneath. And I threaten to invite Steele back all the time, and that we'll just fix the house while he's at work. We'll just like start taking it apart. I like the urge to peel that like off the wall is so strong. Before I get ahead of myself. See, I was right to stop. Welcome in, Crazy. Thank you for the I'm here. I was just telling them about how you're going to come home one day and there's not really going to be a wall there. At least not the outsides of the wall. I'm just so curious what's behind it. Okay, so we have this kind of wall-ish structure. And it just drops in there and comes right back out. So easy. I love this. Then you can just like bloop bloop Plop it all over. This and this. Ooh, and another one. And another. We making this vine super long. There we go. Well, some of it anyway. We're gonna put more things on it, but it says red hibiscus flower. I probably say that wrong. Hibiscus, whatever. Can be used to test the acidity of a liquid. The flower will turn dark pink in acid or green in base. Perfect for checking the acidity of your fountain. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not know that. That is pretty cool. I like weird little facts. Looks like that one right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't dislike our house. We definitely have some redneck engineering going on. Uh and stuff we want to fix, but I think that's like almost any house you buy. That isn't like brand new, customized to like exactly what you want. And even then you may have like, maybe I don't actually like that. Okay. And then okay, I'll show you guys. So this is our big plant here, our flower vine, and then it's gonna clippy clip right into there. It shows it hanging like straight down, but it doesn't really. I guess that's as close to like that as we're gonna get. Maybe I pushed this thing too far through and that's what's stopping. It's oh yeah, there we go. So let's try to get this flatter. Yeah, because it's too cold outside to do any of that, and you want really good ventilation. Okay, I'm going to take this back out just for a second so I can fix that piece. Come on. Like, okay, apparently it doesn't like to come apart. It's all or nothing, apparently. But I need to get this piece out just a little bit. There we go. So that way it can sit flat against that. There we go. There we go. Much better. Yeah, you're gonna freeze to death in there. So that hangs just like that. Then put this here. Come on, get on there. And on the side, so it all looks even and you can't tell that you can just go whoop. Pull that out. And these are all extra pieces. There's quite a few extra pieces, but also they are things that are typically extra. So I don't feel like I missed anything per se. Then the next one is going to be like this again, but over here and a different plant. He would. He was so excited when he got to drive the snowplow. So the original, I joke and say, threat was that when we moved up to North Dakota, that we were going to come up and see Kevin, and then he could drive all the farm stuff, and he could farm with Kevin. But you know, COVID happened, and me and both the minions are not COVID vaccinated for, not because I'm like, oh no, it doesn't work, but because we have other health issues where they don't really know how, like, the vaccine would, you know, mesh with those things. So we are not COVID vaccinated. And I did have trouble wearing the mask in the beginning because I felt like I was like suffocating. Like, even though my logical brain said I'm not, I can breathe just fine. Feeling like your warm air on your face was like, also at the same time, while one side of my brain is going, you're fine, you can breathe, the other part's going, we're suffocating. So it took a while to like be completely comfortable wearing the masks during the pandemic. I'm sorry, Alex. Feeling tired blows. But yeah, so we could not go visit Kevin because, well, Crazy could have gone by himself and visited Kevin, but because he's vaccinated. There is a piece. Oh, there it is. Your iron checked again. That's likely. Because it's not really something that, like, fixes itself. It fluctuates, but, like, it's never gonna, like, fix itself. Not that. That's a flat piece. I so want to know what's behind the wall. That and okay, so like nothing but sleep since I got home. You could have too much sleep. Sometimes when I sleep too much, I'm the more tired. I know that sounds so weird, but like that's the only way I can describe it is sleeping too much. then it's like your body's like, I don't know what to do. I can't wake up. Um, so I, so we did it, well, obviously before we moved in, and all the flooring matches all the way through the house. But when you go down into like the bedrooms and the bathroom off the hallway, you step down into the thing, like the floor in the middle of the house is higher than the floor in the bedrooms. And I'm like, is there like 75 layers of flooring? Or like what happened to make, like, it is a notable slow step down into the bedrooms and the bathroom. So I'm like, what is underneath there? And Crazy's like, don't you dare pull up the flooring. I'm just so curious. Yeah, like it's like a whole step down. Like, I guess not enough like porch stairs, not that steep, but like you notice that you're like stepping down and you have to like really pick up, make sure you pick up your foot when you go into the hallway from the bedroom. So I'm like, is there like layers and layers and layers of floor in the middle? Or did they have to like maybe there was something wrong with the subflooring and they had to like add a layer so that made that flooring like taller? I have so many, like, I should not be left alone with the way my mind works. Yeah, it could just be the design, but my brain is like, ooh, what's underneath there? And Crazy is like, don't you dare pull up the floor. Just the corner? Just the corner? So I know in the kitchen, there's at least one other layer of flooring underneath because we had to pull the stove out for some reason, and you could see when, oh no, we didn't pull it all the way out. We pulled like the drawer out to fix it, because like you have that drawer underneath your oven and sometimes it like slips off the track and you got to pull it out to fix it. And underneath of it you could see like where they had cut the flooring but left the flooring that was underneath of it a little longer. And so we know there's at least like the top layer and one layer underneath that, but there could be more. And it was a pain in the ass. We had to like a mouse chewed through this one part of the dishwasher hose, so we had to like put a new hose on. And so we had to pull the dishwasher all the way out, and it was a pain in the ass because it kept getting stuck on like the layers. Boo. Annoying dogs. Listen, I like dogs, but sometimes dogs are annoying. Right? That's what I'm like, there's something underneath, but what is it? Right, like it's outside and it's barking consistently. Clearly, it either doesn't want to be outside anymore or it's trying to warn you about something. So please pay attention. Like, please do something about it. When we lived up there in North Dakota, they weren't even like, they weren't like neighbor. Like, so our house was like here at the end of this street, like where the corner was. And then like if you went down like half a block, you could go in and go into like another block of houses. They were like on the far side, and you could hear that thing bark at all hours of the day and night. And I was like, I don't want to call and get them in trouble, but at the same time, it's 2 in the freaking morning. That is nice. Block out all the external noise. Um, but so finally one night, my husband's like, I can't take it. I'm getting like no sleep because this damn dog is barking at all hours of the night. So he called security forces and like, I don't know, can you go check? Maybe there's something wrong with the people living there and the dog is trying to like get somebody's attention. And so they went over and checked. No, they have a doggy door, and so the dog can come and go at all hours of the day and night, and he just likes to bark at like every shadow. And we're like, okay, I accept that. But also, like, you have to be courteous of your neighbors. Right? Like, I don't know how you're not like, what the hell, dog? Because we used to let our dog out. But, like, if he barked more than twice, I'm like, okay, is somebody trying to get in the backyard? Does somebody need assistance? Let me go out and check. Not just let him bark till he's hoarse and then have him bark some more. Like, I'd be like, clearly something's wrong. I guess if they figure he barks at everything, they just learn to ignore it. But, like, again, neighbors. Like, you have to be courteous to those who live around you. But what kills me is those are the same type of people who, when they're disturbed at all by you, throw, like, the biggest fits. But they can disturb everybody else all the livelong day. Um, they gave me the wrong color. So it's supposed to be tan, and they gave me this gray one instead. And this isn't a piece that you'd have extra unless you, like, took apart a set. Yeah, it's supposed to be, like, the same color. So, do we ask for a new piece, or do we just leave it? Yeah. Oop, I knocked my little Lego TV over. No, because it's... Oh, maybe I did it right here. That makes sense. Dusa, how dare you make sense? How dare you make sense? Rude. I think I just assumed there wasn't another one that color in the set, so I didn't pay attention. I'll put it together correctly yet. No sense here. Listen, we just mess up and we flow with it, right? It's never our fault. Always Legos. So our Valentine's Legos should be here Saturday? Yes, because today's the 5th. Should be here Saturday. I got the new wall, flower wall thing. And I got crazy, what is it called? I will check because I don't want to say it wrong. It's like a tow trucky type thing. It's called the Heavy Duty Recovery Tow Truck with Crane. 60467 is the set number. But he has another set that kind of goes with this one, kind of. No sense here. There's no sense. What is it? I don't know. It's some kind of like crane truck. So I thought that would go well with that one. We're not gonna ban Dusa, but like no sense here. We don't make sense here. We can't have that. We love Dusa. We won't ban her, but we all know sense does not happen here. Randomness. Yeah, it's like okay, I'll show you guys the set I got him. He knows what he got, so it's not like, oh no, he'll see it. Because I double checked that yes, he in fact did want this set. Web browsing. There we go. So it's like a tow truck with a crane. But he has another city set that has a crane on it. Let me just type in crane. So this is the one I got him that's coming Saturday. What? Where is it? He has this one, I believe it is. So I was like, oh, they would go together, you know, kind of. I love how that it's lifting up a porta potty. Can I just say that I stupidly love that they're lifting up a porta potty. But I was like, oh, those would go well together, you know. Yeah, there was a bigger crane one. But he doesn't like Technic because when he's done putting it all together, his fingers hurt. Which is a valid thing. My hands hurt when I put together Technic too. Trying to push all the little pins through and whatnot. I told him he could use other things to press them in, you know, like use another Lego piece. I don't know where it is on my desk. Oh, it's just in the bucket. I built this thing to put on like a little dots in hard places. You could use that to press the Technic pins through. I guess for him, there's enough sets that he does like that don't hurt his hands that he's not worried about it. Well, I do have now like $150 or close to it of Lego points. Like it's worth that much. So I need to decide what I would like to get or if I want to keep saving for a little bit and get, you know, either more money off or something bigger. But there's a modular I don't have that's been out for a bit. And there's like the sunflower set and whatnot that's been out for a bit that I don't have. So there are options. We're gonna have ads in about a minute. I do not build during the ads, so if you do not have turbo or you're not subbed, you're not going to miss anything. Except for me doing who knows what. It's very exciting. But yes. Don't feel like you have to sub. You're not gonna miss out on anything. When I play games, that's a little different because you can't really control when things happen in the game. And you gotta just roll with it. I will notice it, and it depends on how easy or difficult things go together. Like when you have to really like force the pins through, then I find that that happens. But there's a brick separator. Like if I have to really like work to get like some of the pins lined up and like push through, then sometimes I shouldn't say hurt, but like they're sore. That will happen sometimes. So I have two big sets and I need to decide when I'm going to do them and which one I'm going to do first. I have the micro scale or mini scale Diagon Alley and the staircase one. I'm just going to gather up the rest of these pieces so they're all moved over here when I need. Doo-doo. I turn on my space heater. Been playing this game on my tablet, and it's like you have to collect your stuff at like certain intervals. So we'll see if anything's ready to be collected. And let me check Boy Wonder School. So at the beginning of the school year, they had a whole new platform. Like it's the same web address, but the platform looked all different. And now they've changed the platform again. So I'm like, ooh, yay. And he's been doing much better in English this second half. But in fairness, it was like the first time really with like writing stories. And so he was like had learning to do it. And so I guess he's improved and he's doing it much better now. Welcome back, everyone. No, go away. That's not what I was trying to do. I can summon a new creature. Okay. Oh, that's not a new creature. Yeah. Wrong color. Let me put that to sleep in over there. I think I'm going to have to contact Amazon because we have 2 packages of like stuff that's on like the subscribe and save that was ordered like before the bad weather last week. However, comma, they still haven't moved all week. And I'm beginning to like wonder like what happened to it. So I think I may have to contact Amazon and be like, can you either reship it or just refund me? One of the two. Preferably reship it, but I know there was a lot of like 18-wheeler wrecks in places. So it made me think like was it part of one of those accidents and now like, you know. So I think I'm gonna have to contact Amazon and be like, I just want to know what my options are because it hasn't moved like all week. Okay. Straighten out all our little squares here. And next month we're going to have more crocheting because um in April Fantasy will have her not an auction for archery and their spaghetti dinner. So they're not allowed to call it an auction. So it's like a silent donation event is what they it's still an auction even if you don't call it that. And you donate stuff for them to, auction off. So last year I made 2 of the giant jellyfish, but this year there's so many different things I can make because I've gotten more patterns and I've gotten better at crocheting, things like that. So I need to ask her coach what she thinks will sell, like what she thinks people might want. Or I mean, I guess you guys can tell me what you might like to see, things you might bid on, if you were to attend such an event. But we'll be making those things next month so that they're ready for April. We'll still be doing Lego, but like in our second half of the stream, instead of playing a game, we'll do crochet. Not necessarily the whole month, but just more than we normally do. Okay, so there's this one. And I'll skip ahead and do this step just so I drop it in. Because I know that's what these are going to go. That will slide in right like that. Like on the other side. And now we're going to build another like viney type plant. I'm not going to press all the way. Well, on this one I will because that's probably where it's going to hang from. But on the other ones, I won't press as far in. Because I don't want it to go too far. Ooh. There we go. That's slightly shallower than the there we go. Ooh, we have these. They almost look like little roses or tulips. Like closed roses or tulips. So we want this in there and then these little flowers in them. Like that. Six times, okay. And there's a very good top-down picture. So you can see very clearly like where they want the flowers, which is nice. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if they mean it to be angled like this or slightly different or... So I like when they have the top-down pictures. You can kind of get it closer to what there is in their image. Sometimes it also doesn't matter very much, but the OCD part of me really likes to get it as close to their photo as possible. And then it's we got this piece again here at the top. So little technique piece. It says pink bougainville flower. What most people think of as the flower of bougainville are actually called rocks or false flowers, which are a different type of leaf surrounding the real tiny flowers on the plant. Okay. And it's going to hang on the side instead of head on. And that matched very well. I guess they put that other flower there at the bottom. I guess it's not really a flower, but they put that other piece down here at the bottom so that it kind of holds it in place. Like it can keep it more like fixed without really being fixed. I don't know if that makes sense. Kind of in position though. I keep feeling like I bump it though, and then it turns sideways a little. There we go. Okay, let me go make sure the boy got in his class. Are you going in his class? He, in fact, was not in his class like he's supposed to. It just started. Okay, so that was bag 8. So we have 9, 10, 11. So 3 bags. 2 after this, the bag we're about to open. But that's where we're at right now. Let's take a little whoop so you can see it a little better. This is where we're at right now. So we did these 2 bottom ones last time with the bushes, and then we've done these 2 so far today. But I think it's coming together quite nicely. So I think there's going to be a water feature here, a water fountain here, and then there's like other plants that are going to like drop into these other spots. But you're going to be able to like pull them out and move them just like these pieces. They're just going to slip right out. Which I am really enjoying. Adds a lot more like customization to the set. Minfu Martial Art Pokemon. Ooh, we have a little birdie. Okay. So this part is a water feature. So they want this and this. There it is. No one caught it. Rude. Rigged. We have some of these kind of translucent blue ones. Opaque blue ones. So it looks like water. And another one of these is so we have like a basin of water there. Ah. So, Bad Flower is performing like middle of next month near us, and I really want to go. I don't care that it's a Tuesday. Then we have what is normally flames, but they colored them with the blue translucent, so now it's water. Trying to make sure this water is straight, but it looks, I don't know, slightly off. Two rows of it, just like the other spots. Oh, it's over there. Let's see. And then squeeze, but not so hard that I bend it and it slaps all over the place. Because that's definitely something I've done before on multiple occasions. Look at these upside down, almost like little cups. Okay, it says white petunia, although some petunia species can be used As garnish, perhaps it's better to leave this beauty to blossom in your garden. It is closely related to, but not only potatoes and tomatoes, but also deadly nightshade. Well, tomatoes are part of the deadly nightshade family, but I didn't know potatoes were. I love potatoes. I do not like tomatoes, and they don't like me either. There's that one, and then we're going to do it again. I like that these little leaves are heart shaped, or well, they used heart shapes to make the leaves, I should say. Okay. Here. There's that. And now we have some more to add on to it. Oh, these are not my favorite. I always feel like I'm going to break it because sometimes it's hard to get the flower on. Like it doesn't want to go on. And then I feel like I'm going to bend the little prongs and break them. Oops. That's what I get for assuming or thinking instead of looking. Okay, we gotta get this. There we go. So the red ones are red garden geranium. The fragrant garden geranium serves both aesthetic and practical purposes in a serene garden. It is a its natural oils give off a scent that sends insects packing. So it's a good bug repellent. I'll have to try that in my backyard because I hate bugs. So it's just gonna slip down into this hole and then you can just pick it up and move it wherever. Because it doesn't actually click in. It just sets in that hole, which is, like I said, I'm liking it. Lots of versatility. This heart attached itself to this peg. I'll pick up the right piece yet. Bench, maybe? Don't know. It is a bench. Says Iberian water frog. I don't know why it's telling us about the water frog. I don't see a frog. I didn't see any on like a step or anything. But anyway, Iberian water frog. Right here he is. Native to the Iberian Peninsula, this swift little swimmer thrives in freshwater habitats and wetlands. And then the yellow hammer. The yellow hammer, with its characteristic bright yellow plumage and distinctive song, is found throughout Europe. So we want to build these two little platforms to put our frog and then our bird on. And they just slip down into the little holes. And you can just pick them up, drop them in a different hole. And then pick it up, drop it in a different. I'm liking this. I probably said that 20 times already, but still applies. Electrike. An eelfish. Second to last bag. If anybody wants to be friends on Steam, let me know and I will send you my friend code thingy. This is going to be the fountain that goes in the center. I just saw it come up that he was playing Bongo Cat, but for some reason it's not picking up my Bongo Cat. Every once in a while this happens, and I don't know why. Like, it just stops picking up the Bongo Cat. Sometimes I just click on, like, there we go. Sometimes I just click on it and I can get it to come back up, and other times not so much. There's the Bongo Kitties. That's Deuce's cat and my kitty cat. Bongo Cat is also a free game. My free mecha skin, no. I didn't see where it said anything about a free skin. And there's no, like, yeah, so I was like, I may need to like end it, restart it. I even like closed out my Steam because like nothing in my library had an update for a while. And sometimes that happens like when my Steam doesn't shut properly, so it doesn't like acknowledge any like updates to games. Still showing up like that. Yeah, so I made sure my Steam, like, I closed it out in, like, Task Manager to make sure that, like, Steam actually closed and restarted. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. It's like, even though I press X away, it doesn't, like, close Steam. And so then it doesn't always, like, know that Steam needs an update or, like, certain games. Okay, there we go. Did you close this time? Okay, I think that did it. Now I'll restart Steam. Ah, see, Steam needed it to update itself and it didn't do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I closed Steam out earlier because I was like I said, nothing had had an update in like over a week, and I was like, that's weird. Even like little mini updates, and nothing had anything. But now I just closed it like again, and I guess I got everything that time because now it like had to update Steam itself. So it's gonna make me create a lobby again. So yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like it's almost like Steam doesn't see it's still I don't know. Maybe it's still me. I don't know. Probably is still me somehow. Cuz it's still not showing like any kind of update. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I got all the Steam components that time because when I clicked on Steam it like did the update. But I will notice that with my Discord as well. Like unless I go in yeah, it'll fix itself eventually. Um because Steam works kind of the same way with Discord. Like you close it, but you don't really close it. And so then sometimes it won't let me know it needs an update or whatever because it didn't completely close. It just like lurks in the background. But like I said, it was weird because nothing has had an update all week, and I'm like, Madam's really wants in again. It sounds like she says, hello. I'm going to do 4 of these. This way. Last time, the other day, she was so loud. Alex is like, I can hear her. Okay, there's one. Nope. Two. I didn't put that on the right piece. Now I have to fight with it to get it off of here. There we go. Yeah, I did that right. I was like, did I? Didn't I? Did I? Didn't I? No, I did. This one isn't, though. Now it is. Okay, last one. Okay. Now they go on like this. It looks like that. Ooh, and then we have more printed bricks with these very pretty tiles. How do they want these on there, though? Is it like in the middle? Yeah. Come on. Clip on there. There we go. So we have those printed tiles there. Okay, now we want this and this. We gotta skewer this. Really does not want to go through there. There we go. And we put this on. Then a little one. Then 6 of these. We just kind of hang them on there, I guess. Because they're like the little... They're used with like minifigures to make it look like they have like magic. I guess they just kind of hang on there. Well, that's gonna bug me. Do they eventually like... Oh, good. Because I was like, oh, that's gonna bug me a lot. Because there's nothing keeping them on there, but... oh, of course one did not fold in. There we go. So they look like water now because they get like sandwiched. Then we put this and this. Oh, and we have a little minifigure statue guy at the top. And we put it in there. There we go. I like the way they did the water there, make it look like it's flowing out. And then that clips in there. That's about the only thing decoration wise that's like clipped in. Everything else just sets on other plates, and so you can pick them up and move them. Then opposite. Then 4 hot dogs, 4 green hot dogs or sausages, whichever you want to call them. I guess in this case they might be like those cattail things, you know, when you have like water, you have those. So we want a flower, and then we want this. So like alternate, basically. That one has like a dark orange center, so the next one will have a light, kind of yellowish orange center. Oh my god! That is a lot of people. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for the raid, Sand Experiment. How have you been doing? I lurk in yours sometimes. While I'm crafting or doing other things, I just lurk and watch you. You're very, very cool. I love the projects. Ah! Very talented. Welcome in, everyone. Sand Experiment makes, for lack of having to know how to say it, like paintings, but they're with like that colored sand. You know, you go to somewhere for like a souvenir, you make the little sand bottles, like that kind of colored sand. It's very neat. Very, very creative. Welcome in, and thank you so much for the raid. As you can see, I can't get anything to stay connected. Yes, it's cool. You can just plop the pieces out. They don't really connect. There's like flat pieces that they just rest on. So you can take and like mix and match. Move things around, and like the water feature just sets in there, and so it's got a lot of customization. There's the word that I was not expecting when I picked up the set, but I like it. And we have a little butterfly on our flowers here. Oh, that's what I was going to see. No, it's still playing. Go to the next song. That one was taking forever. Spanish moon moth, which is that, sorry, not a butterfly, a moth. The Spanish moon moth, a stunning species with green wings and unique eye spots, thrives in the Pyrenees Mountains. A relic species, it has remained largely unchanged since the last ice age. Thank you so much for bringing all your people in. For those of you who have never been in here before, I am Book Loving Builder. We do the things. We craft, I cross stitch and crochet and do diamond arts, and we obviously build Legos, and we talk about books and pretty much anything you could imagine. I appreciate you bringing your people in. We're pretty cozy most of the time. Occasionally we get a little wild, but for the most part, we're pretty cozy and chill in here. You know, everybody's free to be themselves as long as you can be nice to other people. We're allowed to have different points of view, just respectfully state them, things like that. But if you have to raid and run, I totally understand. I know how that goes sometimes. If not, feel free to stick around, chat with us, hang out. After we finish this, we have one bag left. We're gonna play Supermarket together because they did an update and added manufacturing to the store, which is interesting, and I want to see how that all works together. So it says French marigolds, which are the flowers on this one. Marigolds originate from Central America, but these aromatic little rays of sunshine are loved by gardeners and chefs around the world as decoration or a tangy twist to a sweet dessert. We have some extra pieces, but again, these are typical ones that are extra, so we didn't like miss anything. Welcome in, Obtuse. I hope your day is going well as well. Oh, I feel weird when I say it that way. Well as well, good as well. I just feel like that's one too many wells that close to each other in a sentence. But also, I can't help myself, and I say it that way anyway. This is our last bag for this project. I think I'm going to put a poll in Discord because I have two bigger sets that will take a couple streams each to build, but I don't know which one I want to do or when I want to do them, so I'll put it in Discord and you people can decide. That does come off pretty easy. We need 8 of these little... They remind me of raccoon feet. I don't know what they're called, but like they look like little raccoon feet to me. So that's what I call them in my head. And now you guys know that's what I call them. And then we put these on, like rotate it. So they're angled from each other and you can... So do that, and then we stick that on here, and then it wants us to put another rod down the center, and then we do that again, but 3 times this time instead of twice. 4 and 4 and 4. Sand, if you want, you feel free to join the Discord, and we have a show off channel where you can post pictures of your finished projects or even ones you're working on in there if you wish. I gotta give you a shout out. There we go. And that's why I automate my shout outs, because I'm horrible at remembering to do them. Sorry about that. Hydrate, okay. Let me attach this one. I have my, as the kids call it, spicy water. It's just carbonated. I don't know what they find spicy about it, but they call it spicy water. Okay, come on, slide down. There we go. So we're making a bush. No problem. Yes, I understand the needing to go shortly after getting off. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again for bringing your peoples here. It shouldn't be unavailable. Dusa did third inning here, then Kevin's here, then you were here, then the raid, and then hydrate. It should be okay. Let me make sure something didn't happen. Viewer rewards, channel points. I have a 30-minute cooldown, but like, it's been a while. I was gonna say, but it's been more than 30 minutes since like Devin redeemed it way back at the beginning of the stream. Because that was at like 12 o'clock. It's been like 2 hours, so maybe it's just your mobile being weird. But I always check because, you know, Twitch be twitchy. It does what it wants. Yeah, it's just 30 minutes just so I'm not eating junk food like all the time. But yeah, it shouldn't have an issue. It should be fine. But you know how that works. Twitch be twitchy. It does what it wants. Okay. Brick tax. We're going to have ads in about 30 seconds. They will run for 3 minutes, and then we will be back. I do not build during the ads, so you're not going to miss anything. I won't even do the brick text during the ads. I may collect pieces for it, but I won't do it. That way you guys don't miss out. Okay, not in that bag. There it is. 1, 2, and you. And you. So. Peach. Guppy? Mandrake, okay. So that was that brick tax. Okay. Want to get caught on the train. It even comes with earmuffs. Okay. Let's put this back over here. They kind of floof out though. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just collecting the pieces. That way we're good. Oh, chapstick. That's what I was thinking about. I sent a message to the doctor this morning, but I'm still waiting for a message back. Oh, I have one. Is it going to make me put in the code again? It is. I hope your day at work is going well, Crazy. Yay, not rigged. It was rigged earlier. No one caught it. Yay, they got them fixed. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. My little my little mandrake headband. It even comes with earmuffs so I can't hear them screaming. We have to do 3 more of these little bush type pieces. We were going to play Supermarket together when we're done with this bag. And I have I'll play it with crowd control so you guys can, do all the things. This Sunday we should finish out Satisfactory this Sunday. And then after that, we'll kind of rotate which games we play on Sundays. I have quite a few multiplayer games, so there's those plus some single player ones, obviously. But also, if there's a game you like that you think we'd like to play on stream, or you're like, hey, I love this game, I want more people to play with me, you can always recommend it, and we'll see. No promises, but we'll look at them at least. There we go. It needs to go just a smidgen more, but it didn't want to. It looks like a little gem. Oh, there it is. For the top of this. It's a mandrake. From Harry Potter, the little screaming plant. It's a mandrake. I have a problem with Harry Potter headbands. I have Fox the Phoenix. I have this little plant guy. I have a dragon. I have a sorting hat. And I have Dobby ears. When they're doing their herbology class, one of the plants they encounter is called a mandrake. So it's a little grumpy baby plant. It looks like a little grumpy potato baby. And when you pull them out the pot, it emits a very high pitched squeal. So the kids wear earmuffs to protect their ears. So it's a mandrake headband from Harry Potter. Okay, it says Mediterranean cypress, which is what this plant is supposed to be. With their distinctive shape and beauty, cypress trees are a common sight in the Mediterranean landscape. Do you know their aromatic oil is a valuable ingredient in health remedies and beauty products? Welcome in, Kathy. Thank you for the I'm here. Oh, we're supposed to do this twice. Brr, brr. We'll set that in there. And then we'll do the second one. I did not see the build to, but obviously it was there. I hope you're doing well today, Kathy. That your week is going well. We'll need you later. Woohoo! We got out of the house over the week, like Friday and over the weekend. But we were pretty much snowed in for like a week. I mean, of course the hubby was out, got out, but that's cuz he works in emergency management and he really doesn't have a choice. Uh but but yeah, it was like don't drive unless you absolutely have to. There were so many accidents and the kids didn't well, I shouldn't say kids cuz one did, but he doesn't leave the house to go to school, so it's easier for him to have school no matter what. Um but the daughter didn't have school Monday through Friday of last week or this Monday. You could like grill. I have not done any kind of like other type of stream than like just here at the computer. I don't know that I have anything really that would like be great to do it on. But I know there's some people who do like cooking streams, whether it's like a Hello Fresh thing or just I'm baking a cake today. Want to watch? Want to hang out? There's definitely a potential to do just about anything. Yeah, you could do all kinds of stuff outside. Where are you, little brick? There you are. Yeah. We don't have any of that. But in fairness, before this last move, we were moving every couple of years with the military. I'm not dragging all that around with me. And you have to like clean it so well or they won't take it. And we know this isn't our forever home, so we're not looking to get like any super crazy stuff in the backyard here either. Right now, all that's in our backyard is some raised garden beds and a shed that was there when we bought the house, and we put in kind of like the metal fence post things that you can connect like chicken wire to, and a horse mat is dropped in between them. Like we've got like four, two and two, and a horse mat is dropped down in between them, and it holds the horse mat up for my daughter's archery. So if she misses the target, the horse mat catches the arrow. Not that she really misses very often or at all anymore, but it's there just in case. Last year we worked a bunch on the backyard, like cutting back like vines that like the house being empty slash previous owner just kind of let grow out of control. So we cut a lot of that back, and it no longer feels like Mother Nature is trying to overtake the backyard and like reclaim it as hers. We have a 35-foot camper. It sleeps 10 people. uh, my husband's family goes camping a lot. Less since his dad died a couple years ago, but um still we went like every summer. We didn't go this past summer, which has been like the only time we haven't gone. But he's talking about wanting to go this summer, so. And we'll have our camper paid off this year, so woohoo. You live in it year round? I could not live with my kids in that tiny of a space. Somebody would definitely not be alive anymore. Where would I put all my Legos? And my craft crap. Friends of ours have a fifth wheel that they live in. On and off. So for a while they lived in it, and then they bought their house when they got to their next duty station, and then, or like they were saving to have like a bigger down payment. And then he retired and she became active duty. So they moved back into the camper and sold the house because she's going to have sea duty. Yeah, I can't be that close to the like listen, I love you, but I can't be that close to you that often. No. That's a lot of people in that space. But yeah, they are back to living in the camper because she's going to have sea duty. So it's just going to be him and their two dogs. So they're like, whatever, we can save money and whatnot by not paying, not having a mortgage to pay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Oh, make 2. So let's make 2 piles of 6. I caught the make 2 that time. 4 and 4. Oh no, it's not 6 and 6. It's just 4. Make 2 with the pieces you have, not like make 2. And this is why I get so confused. Because sometimes they're like, here's all the pieces, make 2. And sometimes they're like, do this, now make 2. Go back and do it all over again. And these are supposed to be olives, I believe. Olives or grapes or something like that. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where exactly they wanted this to go. Like, how they wanted it to attach. So there. Okay, and then like this. We lived in the camper for a little bit. When we were moving from one base to the other, we let them take our stuff super early so that it would be there like right when we got there instead of having to wait for it to arrive. So we lived in the camper for like a month, and that was challenging sometimes. One, two, and two. So it shows this. But it was nice not to have to wait for our stuff when we got to our next base. It is called, the set is called the Fountain Garden. It's got a lot of customization, like customizing ability. My brain is like, what is that word and how do we say it? Customizability, whatever. Okay, they do just one on this one. So this is like right now we're building like a leaf segment of it, but overall the set is called the Fountain Garden. It's an icon set. I picked it up uh during like a Black Friday-ish type deal on Amazon. They had it like $20 off. Look, they look like little antlers or snowflakes. I bet they're supposed to be antlers for like the reindeer. Okay, and then we're going to add it to our tree here. So if this is facing forward towards us, then they want it to go. Oh, okay. How do they want this? I mean, this is the middle, but I think I did that right. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe like, there we go. Like this. Looks better. Closer to the directions. And that's just gonna drop right in there. But like this. So, this is the whole garden. And all these pieces just kind of slide out. So you can take this and pull it over here. And then drop this in over here so your garden looks different. And then you're like, okay, I want to put... Oh. These darn flowers do not want to stay on there. Oh, I'll put the bench over here and this flower over here, or, However, but you can just like pick up and plop things wherever. Everything just kind of slides in and out. I don't know if I press these hot dogs too far in. And that's what's like making it not want to stay on. But you can pull out like, move the bush over here and put the birdie over there. It's got lots of ability to be customized. The only thing that's really like in one position is this fountain, because even this water feature you can take out. So it's got lots of different flowers that it, told us about each flower, each plant, told us about the insects. Let's move that over here. Our plan was to play Supermarket together in the second half of the stream. So that's what we'll do now. If I can get the... Okay, there we go. I was like, if I can get the game to launch. So we'll go to gaming. And I'm going to leave the music I have on going because this game doesn't really have sound. I am going to do something with this Lego. I don't know what. Over here. They added a new thing to the game, so we wanted to see how that plays. They opened a new area in the game. So they had a first area for a while, and then when they opened it finally, it was like kind of like click and go type. Like people could order their grocery ahead of time, you could shop it, and then they could pick it up. And then they had a second part where it was like you just kept seeing a camel in there, like while you were waiting for them to open it completely. And now it's supposed to be a manufacturing area. So I don't know if you're making like pies or something. Some kind of manufacturing. But this game is free. And I turned crowd control on. That being said, sometimes you have to refresh your screen to see crowd control. But let's come over here to our map. So it's this area. Or this area? I don't know. Let's go look. It's back here. So when this area, before it was opened, there was just a guy like staring back at you. And now there used to be like there used to be a camel just hanging out in there like staring at you. So I don't know, like nothing's happening when I click on it. Like normally, see it changes like the number there or whatever, but nothing's happening. Is there supposed to be? Yeah, there's an update for it. Let me see if it says. Hmm. Okay, it doesn't say like anything about how to get it to do it. So maybe it's over here and like once you get it from the board. Oh, no, that's palette displays. I don't see anything new on the board. Hmm. I don't know if maybe my game didn't update. Let's assign our employees though. Cashier, security, cashier. Stalker. Packaging. No, you're packaging. What were you then? Were you another? Granny's gone knitting. No, that it can be. Well, I don't knit, but Granny's gone crocheting. Welcome in, Petey. They were supposed to be manufacturing in this game now. I'm just trying to figure out. Storage is what you were. How to get it added on? Maybe boop 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 boop. Pet the kitty. It's like I can't. I figured I would have to buy it. And I have the area open. Oh, listen, I always have allergies. Like, they never go away. So I completely understand. Like, they literally never go away. I don't care that Christmas is over. We're gonna buy all the Christmas stuff. I still have Halloween stuff out, which I should probably get rid of, but I I hope you get to feeling better soon though, Petey. Think about where I want to put these first before I bring them in. I figure out where they put the other boxes, but oh, right there they put them. I always want to press the wrong button to actually put it down. Oh, two? That's all that fits on the shelf? That blows. Well, at least a bunch of eggnog fits on the shelf. And the gingerbread cookie stack. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to take 2 of those gingerbread houses off the shelf. Because I've bought 6 things. Now I sound unsure, but yeah, this is the mulled red wine. So only 2 gingerbreads at a time. Unless, you know, I put them somewhere else. You might as well just leave the box out there on the floor. You're going to constantly be refilling it. Oh, but one of the mulled wine fit. What kind of broom do we want? Crazy spawning customers. I do like that broom. I like that broom too. Okay, I don't know how to get the manufacturing. Let's check. This is what I meant to check originally, and then I got sidetracked. Secondary, well, let's go back. Essential furniture, product shelves, fridge, freezer, produce, pallet displays, self-checkout, and then back to the beginning. Okay, so secondary furniture, different shelves. Decorations. Snicky snacky time. Thank you, Blast Steady. Oop, fire alarms, fire hoses, benches, fountains. Back to the beginning. Plants. Devices. Let's see. Price scanner, brooms, all this. Not in there. Oh, it says manufacturing soon. Where can I put this? Where do I put this? Not in here, that's for sure. Do I put it out on the floor somewhere? That feels like a no. So we definitely buy it from there, but have some Minecrafty type things. Kathy, I see. Snicky snacky. Okay, I have the other half of my matcha Kit Kat. And a hydrate. Yep. Okay. So I was really wanting to see the manufacturing, but like I said, it doesn't. It talks about the update, but I don't seem to be able to actually do it. Maybe I have to open more of this? let's see what that does. Let's get a sledgehammer. So this game is free if anybody wants to play. Thought maybe I don't know. A scrulp is loose in chat. I have no idea. So, we will just close one of these registers, two of these registers, so people don't line up at them. And start the day, and while they're doing that, I will fix these shelves so they're, you know, along the wall, not... Oh, I gotta finish... Oop, I froze. What's happening? Oh, there we go. That wasn't kosher. I gotta finish getting rid of those pillars in the back. At least this one. That way, when I go to fix the shelves, it won't be in the way. Sometimes when you bust a pillar, you like go inside the store and there's pieces inside the store. And sometimes I can't see it, but somebody else can. And vice versa. Like, I'm like, oh, you broke that pillar. Here's a chunk. And they're like, no, I'm good. I finished. Like, I don't. They're all fine. And you're like, no. It's still there. Let's try the other way so I can line. Nope, that is not better. Because there's no door there right now, so we don't have to worry about making it so people can get through it. I should have looked more about the update, but usually it's not that big of a deal. But all else, we have a ton of open space now back here. Where are all the veggies? Okay, I do have that one. And that one, okay. And then it goes into that. Ooh, I caught the scrap. So you can pet the kitty every once in a while. And if we go to the security desk, we can. Well, which one do I normally do? Oop. Not this one. I guess I do this one. I don't know. No, that's all right. That's why I said if. It's no big deal. I planned on playing it either way, but I don't know if there's an update that Steam isn't giving me because I can see the manufacturing stuff, but I can't buy it because I can't buy that other room. So I'm not positive about what's going on. My Steam has been weird. Like I had to like force close it in Task Manager to get it to update itself. So I don't know if there's another update because I haven't gotten an update to any game I have all week. And I was like, that's unusual. You know, at least something usually has some kind of like little update, you know? But there wasn't anything all week. So I've been like force closing it on to see, but this update said it was like January 23rd, so it was a little over a week ago, like 2 weeks ago. It's just like people having to lurk because they're working. I assume that not many people can play a game with me in the middle of the day. So, you know, unless it's like special circumstances. Like a holiday or they've taken vacation time and they're just staying at home. So. But I always put it out there. That way, if people want to, they know it's an option. If they get the little red, like ski mask above them, they were gonna steal from you, but you caught them and you changed their mind. More like they know they've been caught ahead of time. I need to fix that piece. You see the wet thing on the floor? They talked about how there was like manufacturing shelves and stuff, but I didn't see any of that. Oh, I need a broom to be able to pick that up. Oh, never mind. The little vacuums got it first. Oh, I didn't reprice those. Oops. There we go. Now they're repriced. No orders, okay. Somebody run into a dumpster? Maybe it was that. Oop, nope, there's a tray. So let's see. Okay, let's try to put some of this out. Ooh, all the books went out. We're gonna have ads in a minute. They will go for 3 minutes and then we will be back. I can't control the video game, you know, ads. But you don't really miss much. My finger hit 2 keys at once and then I went like weird sideways. I'm trying not to do the like speed walk thing because I know it makes some people a little motion sick. Maybe I should hire someone to fix things. Bing, bing, bing. Lets them know we're closing. Nope, it was on this side. A floatzel? Flotsel? Somebody will take care of that for me. Oh, nope, can't combine those. They're supposed to put it back where it goes, but I guess this might have been like true overflow from before. Oh, rude. No one caught it. Some of the products that are priced in the store, I'm like, ooh, I'm glad I don't have to shop there because that is crazy expensive for what you're getting. $7 for a box of sugar? I guess I don't eat sugar anymore. Okay. Then come over here. Employees. Restocker. 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 No, you stay as storage. You turn to restocker. And then we press the magic clock and they do all the restocking super fast. You can watch them kind of like zoom past. And the store gets restocked really, really fast. While that's doing that, I'm going to try to read the update on Steam. So it says, hello there. There are many considerations to be made for the implementation of this department. So sorry for the delay. This update serves as a first approach of the manufacturing department for public testing and will keep improving based on feedback. For more information and before additional suggestions, please read the considerations about manufacturing posted below the catalog, as plenty of our inquiries may be mentioned here. So, changelog. Winter event is over. Added 3 new departments to the space acquisition blackboard: the manufacturing department itself, manufacturing extra storage, which unlocks the final row in the current store layout, and manufacturing extra storage, which unlocks the equivalent in storage in order to save performance. Painting the new spaces uses big slabs now. 2 new tabs: manufacturing shelves and manufacturing machinery. Machinery includes the manufacturing unity itself and research unit shelves. Walls included initially 1 piece of furniture for each storage shelves. 20 initial recipes for manufacturing department. A small selections of bread, pastries, cakes. Recipes will be unlocked by placing different products in the research unit, and the same product can unlock several. So maybe we have to finish filling out the store. Then there's new achievements. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have to finish pushing out the rest of the store. Because it talks about like these. So maybe I have to finish buying spots in the store before it'll let me do manufacturing. Which I mean would kind of make sense because you want like as much as, you know, space as before you like get this new thing. You should have all the main store done. So maybe that's it. We have a lot of money. We can do it. Oop, careful. Now we don't have enough money to restock. Oops. Yeah. See, there's the other shelves I was talking about. How there might be like stuff inside. Boop, 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 boop. Now, where's the door? Right. That was a good grab. Here we go. So, silly me just got to buy in and didn't pay attention to money. The rest will buy as the day goes on, I guess. Okay, that's cashier, security, cashier. And then we'll end the day. Not enough money, I know. I know. Not enough money. Open. Like, with as big as they allow you this to make this store, like, they're going to add more product. I guess I should do it this way. Ooh, where did I pull this from? Right there. Yay, cleanliness down. I got a little crazy on buying store space and didn't pay attention to the fact that I need money to restock. Oops. We'll do books last. Oh, thank you. I was like, it's not like a super big deal. Oh, I hate when it moves while I'm doing it. I have security. Security! Security! I think that should be good. But I suppose we'll find out. True. I would appreciate helpfulness rather than hindering me and taking money away. That's true. Crazy likes to spawn customers like after hours. I feel like they used to take these cardboard boxes out. Like in the palette, like from the Crusher, but they don't anymore. Really, 1 box of clementines. What a scam. Tomatoes, radishes. I'm trying to figure out how to get the manufacturing open. Like, maybe it's just not open for everybody yet. But also, maybe I have to have the whole store open. Get him, get him, get him. Beat him with the broom. Because it talked about, like, the different areas. And so I was like, oh, maybe you have to have the whole store open, which would kind of make sense. You know, like, you don't need to be adding when you haven't finished the beginning. You know, like, just like most things, like, you have to complete this before you can do that in a game. So I was like, maybe. So I just started buying store space because I was like, oh, we have enough money. And then I totally stopped paying attention to how much the store spaces were costing. I really don't feel like you should be there. I feel like there's probably room because I didn't buy any that didn't have. Maybe, I don't know. Thought I only bought ones that had none in storage, but maybe I'm wrong. And it's hard to do while the store is open. I guess somebody could have been walking around with the box when I did it. I have one of you on storage. You'll take care of that. Probably. It's likely. Yeah, I did. It's a safe bet. I'm constantly putting things back where in the wrong spot. Like, oh, I was kind of close. It's good enough. I'll fix it when I go to reorder. What I should do is save an empty box and do it, but I gotta get an empty box first. Rude, I'm restocking. This will probably do it. Yep. Okay, so I think the one I'm missing is this. The sugar-free. We'll see. Yep. So we'll just stick it there. And do that. I have someone just on storage. They need to earn their keep. So I just throw the boxes. Because if they're not taking care of a box, because they're not a restocker, so if they're not taking care of a box, like putting it away or, you know, putting it in the right spot, whatever, then they're just getting paid for nothing. So throw the box on the ground and let them deal with it. That sounds so bad. Oh well, they gotta earn. They gotta earn their money. They gotta earn their keep. I gotta pay those. Oh, yep, pay. Pay this invoice. Pay this invoice. Oh my god. So, I was scrolling. Well, I let it like run through reels as I'm getting dressed in the morning. It's just kind of like background noise. And there was this comedian came on. He goes, "I just learned that you women aren't allowed to have pockets. What were you doing that you got your pockets revoked in mass? Probably carrying around votes and contraceptions." He's like, "And then I also learned that you guys have sometimes have just the pocket flap but no pocket, to be like, if we were going to allow you to have pockets, here's where it would be, but we won't, because you like your votes and contraceptions. That's what you like to stuff your pockets with, so you don't get to have pockets." He's like, honestly, what were you guys doing? Witchcraft. Witchcraft. That's what we were doing and why we got our pockets taken away. Am I empty of customers? Yep. Time to reassign people. Employees, assignments, restocker, restocker. Everybody becomes a restocker except for the storage guy. He stays storage. Listen, I understand that. So Monday, both Crazy and I took our last shot, right? So we had to put in for our refill. So, because his was actual refills, mine was a like the next dosage up. So they had to do them slightly different. Like one's activating a prescription, one is just getting a refill. So I put in for my refills, and later in the day, it was like, we don't have any refills for you of anything, for any prescription. And I was like, well, that's not right. When I went to the doctor in December, she added more like refills to all my prescriptions. And then when I went back last month, the guy added last month's dosage and this month's dosage of the shots. So I called and left a message, and they called me back yesterday saying, we fixed it. You should be able to get them. So I put in for the new prescriptions, and they told me we only have the shots. We don't have anything else. So this morning, because they're closed every Thursday till like 11 to do like training and whatnot. So I emailed them instead. That way I wouldn't forget and lose track of time and then start streaming and then never get to call them. And I was like, I don't know what to do. They keep saying the prescriptions aren't there, and you guys back in the office are saying they are there. Is there any way? Because it's both on base, like it's the on base pharmacy and the on base doctor. I was like, is there any way you can talk to the pharmacy, find out what's going on? Because either I'm missing something or I'm not understanding something, but it's not working. And so they messaged the pharmacy, and the pharmacy messaged them back and was like, yeah, we got it fixed. They should be able to come get them tomorrow. Because I was like, I don't understand what is like, going on. Teapot. I already have the teapot. So, fingers crossed. All my prescriptions are there when I go to pick them up tomorrow. Woohoo! I thought I got a wrong color piece earlier when I was building, but Deucer was kind enough to point out that I probably just used it in the wrong spot, and I did. We don't allow common sense here, though. None of that. None of that. Let's see. I'm not going to buy any more space till we've restocked, but so I guess the price changes like with the rows. Maybe once we have all the rows undone, then I'll be able to see how much this stuff is or open that stuff. Our Valentine's Lego should be here Saturday. Oh, I can move normal now. Chess. That you meant, to contact Brickcraft and that you're missing pieces on the way. Did I miss something else? I saw that you were checking your email. I would say, was it further back and I missed it? That's possible too. Woohoo! All the Legos. I'm going to put a poll in Discord. I have 2 big sets to do, or bigger sets. And I don't know which one I want to do. I don't really have a preference one over the other. So I will put a poll in Discord later today. And you guys can decide, because we both know I don't like to decide. Yeah, I was like, I didn't think I missed any, but I've missed them before when I thought I didn't. So anything is possible. Is that, are those 2 in 2 spots? No, they're different. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so one is the mini scale Diagon Alley, and the other is, you know, they did the new Great Hall, and then they did a second piece that has like the tower and the like the moving staircase and whatever. I have those 2, and they're both, you know, they're not going to be like just two streams. They're slightly bigger. So I don't really have a preference of one over the other. So I figure you guys can decide which one I do. The rest of the sets I have are like medium to small. Because I have the Thessal horses, the Privet Drive, the Wally set, another Diagon Alley piece. So, you know, I don't know, like they've been releasing 2 stores at a time in these Diagon Alley sets. And it's the 3rd one because I have the other 2 built already. And then I have like the Luna Lovegood Brickheads and the Jumpsuit Groot. And the little pink 3-in-1 typewriter. And those are all like smaller size sets. So it's like those 2 big ones, but I don't know which, I don't have like a preference of one over the other. So I was like, I'll let you go. I'm doing good. It's almost Friday. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. I love Friday. So I think this is how this is gonna go. Ooh, yes, that does look like how it'll go. That's how that's gonna go. The little TV weebism. Yeah, when I do the vote, go raid state. I threaten to raid his stash all the time because he has way more of a backlog than I do. But in fairness, he doesn't stream as often as I do. And he only gets a couple bags done each stream because I still can't slow down. Let me see. I'm gonna put a thing in Discord either way, but these, like this one, has 2,750 pieces. The I may have an issue with Diagon Alley. I have 3 of them. Different versions of Diagon Alley, but 3 of them. Don't you knock anything over, you stupid box. And then I have this one that has 2,135 pieces. So both, you know. The mini scale has more pieces, but I don't know that it has more bags because they're mini scale. So I have the big original Diagon Alley up there. And then I have the ones they've been releasing 2 stores at a time. I have all 3 pieces of those. And then I have the mini scale Diagon Alley. I'm sure there's another one from like way back when they started that I don't have. But I do have 3 Diagon Alleys. Oh. It's like, do we... Oh, there's still so many boxes to bring in. Let me put another person on Stalker. Or storage. That way, there's 2 people bringing in boxes, not just 1. But I will put the number of pieces and the set number in the poll. That, or we can we can do a couple more small ones. I'm good either way. They will all get built eventually. Oh wow, putting just that 1 extra person on restock really helped. I don't think there's enough time to start another day, but we can work on like the back of the store. Now that we've opened all that space, you know, work on like moving stuff around. I don't know how you tell like what's the front and what's the side, but maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe just whatever one is facing out is where they put the tag. Oh, is it? Oh, that's how we tell where the blue spot is. Duh. They're like real grocery stores and put all the storage or all the frozen stuff at the back of the store. So you have to walk through the whole store. Actually, we'll start at this end. You want your milk? You want your frozen pizza? You gotta walk all the way to the back to get it. Okay. Those are fridge, not freezer. Okay. Trying to decide how I wanna do it. Let's take this one. Ugh, no one caught the pokey. They don't want anybody to catch the pokies today. I'm kind of tempted to move these over one section, like the fridge meat different from the fridge, like dairy. And another part's like we should get a big fridge and put it there and put all the yogurt in it. I feel like that is not as close as it could be. Here we go. Feel like that too is not as close as it could be, but that doesn't really matter because the thing is there. Yep, 5 minutes. That's why I didn't want to start another day. Because I knew it would cut it close or more than close, but I figured we could I was gonna say reorganize, and I guess that is kind of right. We could rearrange. There's the word I was looking for. Let's go to stream ending. Pull this over here, and then yeah, that's what I was like. I didn't start a new day because I knew it wouldn't be enough, and so I was like, I'll just rearrange. But thank you, Alex. I appreciate it a lot when you help me stay on task. So we went to Brick to Ed the other day, and I was like, I don't think I followed them. And when I was in there after a while, I was like, oh, let me press follow. And I had already followed. So somehow I wound up with them followed already, but I don't ever remember seeing them before. So I don't know if I just followed them off like a shout out in somebody else's page, but either way, I'm good. Like I didn't count them as like a no somebody I know, even though it was followed, because I don't ever remember really seeing them before. Let's see. Same category. Yeah, like I must have followed him, like I said, from a shout out from somebody else's stream, because I don't ever remember like watching him. But it could have been from like way back yonder. Who knows? Okay, it looks like most of the people who are playing this aren't speaking English or have been on a long time. And I worry about raiding into somebody who's been on a long time because they may be getting ready to like raid right back out. So let's try a different category. And from uptime low to high. This person is doing their first ever Lego stream. That does not mean they're not like have been a streamer for a while, but like this is their first Lego one. So let's make sure that they can accept raids because we've done that once or twice. They can. So let's do a shout out. Space Lady Weaver. And then, oh, right keys, help. And a raid message. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, Sand Experiment, for the huge raid. I am so excited. Thank you to Brick Builder Ed for the follow back. And for, I want to try to say it correctly. Smash Gilby for the follow. We'll be back Sunday with Satisfactory. I believe it'll be our last like continuous Satisfactory stream. We've been doing that for a while, but I think we should finish it this week. I will be sure to put in Discord the 2 big sets I have, and you guys can decide which one we do first. But thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it so much. And I want everybody to have a wonderful weekend.